Famous inmate to be housed there. We had Sam Bankman-Fried there, R. Kelly, Ghislaine Maxwell. They were all inmates there. Sean Combs is being kept away from the general inmate population. You say his fame makes him a target.
Yeah, sure. And not necessarily at the MDC only. I mean,
anywhere.
Yes, in my humble estimation, his life, his safety is in jeopardy in any correctional lockup right now. If it is true, as reported, that he is housed in the special housing unit, it's important to note that the special housing unit is a lockdown, 24-hour lockdown unit. The MDC Brooklyn is a high-rise. The vast majority of the floors are general population floors. But the special housing unit is a 24-hour lockdown facility. So this is for Mr. Combs' protection. His incredible worldwide celebrity combined with the allegations, the charges now, an indictment, of course, of acts of violence against women make him a very attractive target.
All
so
right.
Obviously, they need to safeguard him.
This is a man accustomed to the very finest. He was arrested at the Park Hyatt Hotel in New York City, known for its luxury suites and exceptional food and wine, where one-bedroom suites start at $3,000 a night. He was probably staying in something larger. What is life like for him now at the MDC?
I would say 100% total culture shock. The MDC is, I've used the word austere a lot, but it is. It's austere, it's strict, it's impersonal, it's cold, and it is a very tough place to be detained.
Ex-wardens and prison guards from the Metropolitan Detention Center where Diddy is being held have revealed exactly what Diddy is going through, and there are even reports that Diddy's cell is being continuously monitored after Diddy allegedly tried to harm himself. Holmes isn't the only famous inmate to be housed there. We had Sam Bankman-Fried there, or Kelly Ghislaine Maxwell. They were all inmates there. Sean Combs is being kept away from the general inmate population. You say his fame makes him a target? Yes, sure, and not necessarily at the MDC only. I mean anywhere. Yes, in my humble estimation, his life, his safety is in jeopardy in any correctional lockup right now. If it is true as reported that he is housed in the special housing unit, it's important to note that the special housing unit is a lockdown 24-hour lockdown unit. The MDC Brooklyn is a high-rise. The vast majority of the floors are general population floors, but the special housing unit is a 24-hour lockdown facility. So this is for Mr. Combs' protection. His incredible worldwide celebrity combined with the allegations, the charges, now an indictment of course of acts of violence against women, make him a very attractive target. Solely they need to safeguard him. This is a man accustomed to the very finest. He was arrested at the Park Hyatt Hotel in New York City, known for its luxury suites and exceptional food and wine, where one-bedroom suites start at $3,000 a night. He was probably staying in something larger. What is life like for him now at the MDC? I would say 100% total culture shock. The MDC, as I've used the word austere a lot, but it's austere, it's strict, it's impersonal, it's cold, and it is a very tough place to be detained. Diddy will spend the next 6 months at the Metropolitan Detention Center MDC in Brooklyn, New York. Currently Diddy's trial is scheduled for May 5, 2025, and it looks like Diddy is having a tough time. He has been placed in solitary confinement and is being kept away from Gent because of threats on his life. Allegedly, the people that Diddy used to blackmail are coming after him now, and Gent isn't safe enough for him to further complicate things. Allegations of child abuse don't exactly make you famous in prison. Pedophiles are often killed in the first 6 months of their sentence, and that's what Diddy is afraid of. Well, Natasha and Steve, for the first time in his life, Sean Diddy Combs has spent a week behind bars. He's here inside MDC, where he's been since his arrest on Monday night on federal sex trafficking and other charges, to all of which he's pleaded not guilty. There's no VIP section, there is no concierge, only conmen, killers and kingpins. MDC is so bad federal judges have questioned the harsh conditions for those here waiting trial. So bad I was here 2 years ago during a cold spell reporting on detainees with no heat, pounding on windows for help. There was even a congressional inquiry, but take the word of a former inmate I spoke with who goes by Esco, it's terrible, the food is terrible, of course the inn are terrible, the guards are terrible, it's the conditions are terrible, it's just terrible. The inmates that you're surrounded around, just in general, a lot of them are brought up on pretty heavy federal indictments, right? So just in terms of the atmosphere there, it's just certainly one that no one wants to be in. Combs was placed in a special housing unit and on suicide watch, the standard protocol for high-profile celebrity detainees. The Disgraced mogul was denied bail by two separate judges. His attorney Mark Agnifilo asked the court to transfer him to the federal detention section at the Essex County Jail, but the judge deferred to the Bureau of Prisons. Federal trial attorney Philip Hamilton says lockdown can mean a lot less time to prepare your defense in terms of fighting their case. It just makes it all the more difficult because now, in terms of you being able to communicate with your attorney, you are at the realms of just. What's going on with respect to the facility? Is it a lockdown? Is the facility letting visitors in detain on suicide watch or tear away paper hospital-style garments and rubber shower shoes? The isolation may be the worst part for Combs. It's being done for his protection. In the violence-prone facility he will have no bunkie. He's probably not going to have any contact with any other inmates, so for him it's going to be a little different than for a person like me, where I will go and I will go through process and intake and then nail sign me a cell and I'll have a bunkie or a cellmate and I'll be a population for him to be able to get out. At this point it just doesn't look good. Details of Diddy's life behind bars have come out and sources close to the situation say that Diddy is near his breaking point. So far Diddy hasn't been able to make a single friend and spends almost 23 hours a day in solitary. Diddy has been caught trying to bribe inmates into letting him use their phone privileges, but after prosecutors caught on, Diddy had to stop. Allegedly Diddy was calling victims and trying to interfere with witnesses. What does Diddy's foreseeable time behind bars look like? He reportedly only gets 1 hour daily of recreation and 3 showers a week. He served breakfast, lunch and dinner that is delivered to his cell, but instead of extravagant meals he was once accustomed to, he can expect foods like egg, noodles, cereal, chili peas, and if needed there are reportedly vegetarian options as well. But if those foods don't work, MDC Brooklyn's commissary list has a list of additional foods and snack items, including a 6-pack of Hershey bars for $75, peanut butter for a little more than $3, stuffed chicken with rice for $5.75 plus more options. Diddy was once a staple at New York's biggest fashion event of the year, the Met Gala, and a frequenter of fashion weeks across the globe. Now will be forced to wear clothes not from haute couture but instead a switch up to essentially sweats. For extra clothes he can purchase a sweatshirt for a little more than $16, New Balance sneakers for about $55, boxer briefs for a little more than $6 plus a bath towel and washcloth set for about $12, and while confined to a cell for 23 hours a day, which is a huge difference from throwing now infamous parties to pass the time. Diddy can purchase an MP3 player for a little under $90, but according to reports he has a spending limit of $160, a huge downgrade from the millions he was seemingly spending prior to his arrest. Former inmate Larry Levine, who has actually stayed in the Metropolitan Detention Center, says that Diddy's life is in danger. Several inmates are looking to target Diddy, and it's only a matter of time before an accident happens. Diddy is used to 5-star hotels, and right now psychologically he is at his lowest. There have even been eyewitness reports that say Diddy has lost a significant amount of weight and appears to be depressed. So breaking news right now, Larry, I am just getting word. People magazine says it's got a source on the inside that tells them that P. Diddy is on suicide watch tonight. Do your sources confer the same information? Are they saying it was possible? Hey, real quickly, all that commissary stuff, he's not getting any of that cause people in the shoe having abbreviated lists, so he's out of luck. No stake for him. Yeah, he is on suit watch. This guy thought he would have went home. All of a sudden he didn't get bonded. Remember the first night that he was there, he was like an overnight guest when they his bond hearing. Now they checked him into the system and reality has hit him, and I understand that he has a shrink coming by his cell to see him several times a day, and now there's talk about putting them in. It's like a bubble. It's like a cell that has like a plexiglass wall in it where they have inmates watching you. That's actually their job, to keep an eye on the inmates that are on suicide watch. Another error that I guess from warden told you this: there are sentenced inmates there. They're called cadre inmates. They don't have to be white collar inmates, but they're doing maintenance on the building, and the problem why there's a lot of violence there, they have housing units and they're mixing bank robbers, drug dealers, racists with white-collar people, and this is why Diddy he can't go into a regular housing unit because somebody will take him out for sure. Somebody's going to get a lot of street credibility out of this. People that are doing substantial time that know they're never getting out, they'll just kill a guy, no questions asked. You think that they'd suck up to him because he's got a lot of money, and if he ever does get the commissary options, he would be able to help them. Some people do, because I got to wrap it real quick. Okay, some people do think that Diddy can help him, but this guy's going to be locked up forever. His case will probably take at least 3 years to litigate. He'll stay at MDC. There's rumors that he wants to go to Essex County Jail in New Jersey. He doesn't like MDC. He's a Marshals inmate. There's no way they're going to transfer him back and forth. I don't know, several times a week, 6 marshals to do it. He's out of luck. The nature of the information that Diddy might reveal also makes him a target, just like Epstein. Several people who personally know Diddy have said that Diddy doesn't have what it takes to last behind bars, and his recent meltdown is proof of that. Diddy was allegedly crying and yelling, asking guards to let him out. Diddy has only been in custody for a few months now, and he's already ready to give up, according to a report from the Daily Mail. That's why Diddy had a breakdown. Person close to him apparently said, quote, spending the holidays behind bars was a nightmare for him. If we're to believe all this, Diddy had a meltdown in his cell and begged the guards to take him to the hospital for observation, but they refused, this same friend or person told the Daily.